We are just coming off Mother's Day when we show moms how loved and appreciated they are. And today's topic is a little bit different. It's about mom anger. Mom anger isn't about yelling or snapping. It's a buildup of emotional, mental, and physical overload. Parenting coach and teen expert Shari Gazitt says awareness can help moms shift from reactive to responsive. Welcome back.
I'm glad to be here.
So, such an important topic. And first of all, it's not about blaming. It's about understanding frustrations, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We can't blame ourselves for the emotions we have. We just have to recognize them. And we're going to talk today about what do we do about mom anger. But we don't need the blame and we don't need the guilt and the shame because it doesn't get us anywhere.
I like this already. We hear a lot about mom guilt. I have a lot of friends that are always saying, oh, mom guilt, but not so much about mom anger. So why do you think that is?
Well, when we talk about mom guilt, it's almost like a positive, like, oh, I feel so guilty I didn't do better as a mom. So we can kind of talk about that and pat each other on the back, like, yes, you want to be better. Mom anger is about aggression. So when we talk about that, there's kind of this negative around it that, oh, you get angry as a mom, you shouldn't be doing that, right? So we don't talk about it freely.
Oh, that's such a good point. And it's interesting, though, because obviously we all get angry, but yes, this is labeled specifically as mom anger. So why is that?
Yeah, so anger is seen as an aggressive emotion. And if we think about it, it's like the shield that we're not going to be vulnerable. We're going to put up this anger so that nobody messes with us. And so when we think about aggression, we think more masculine. And so it tends to be like we don't expect that from moms who are supposed to be nurturing and loving. So that's why we have this mom anger. It's not girl anger, it's not female anger, mom anger, because it's like, oh, what? We need to talk about this.
Yeah, and what are some of the hidden reasons that moms get so angry?
Oh, there's a lot there.
I bet.
Okay, so a piece of it is expectations that we have for ourselves that we internalize, but we pick those up along the way from social media, we pick it up from peers, we pick it up from just society in general, maybe our own parents of what they tell us we should be doing. So those expectations actually create within us these expectations, and when we aren't fulfilling them, especially if our kids are doing something like, oh, you should be getting straight A's, or you should be keeping the house clean, doing your chores, we get angry about it. It's not about the kids.
No, it's that comparison, us. Right? A little bit too?
Yeah,
okay.
And then we also have exhaustion. Right? We have so many responsibilities, and men do as well. Women tend to have responsibilities in so many different lanes that it's like juggling the balls all of the time and which one is going to drop. When we drop one, then the anger sets in. But yeah,
we're very hard on ourselves. Yes. Can you walk us through to what's happening actually in our bodies when we're feeling triggered?
Yes. So everybody feels emotions differently. Some of the common things when you are triggered and you get angry is you feel flushed, so you actually feel a heat. And when they've done research and they show like a picture of the body heat, it's like red, right? So it's really, you feel hot, a lot of tension, maybe in the hands, maybe in the shoulders, and the heart races, maybe sweaty palms. But the thing that really is the issue is how the brain reacts. So when we're angry, we get all of these cortisol chemicals, all these stress chemicals, which then puts us in fight or flight. And we're not thinking logically, because when our emotions are big, our logic is gone. So then we make choices that are not aligned with our parenting values.
Oh gosh, and you say awareness is key. So how can moms start recognizing their anger before they get to that point where they feel like they're about to explode?
Yeah, so this again goes back to everybody's different. When I was doing a webinar on this, one of the moms said she starts to pick at her fingers. So then she started recognizing, okay, when I get to that point, I know I'm about to go in volcano mode where I'm out of control. Other parents will say, it's like I'm blank, I can't think anymore. So if we can recognize what those signs are, then we can start to do something before we lose it.
Yeah, and what's like a simple shift to that moms can start, maybe today to help control their reactions and emotions moving forward?
So one thing is to take care of yourself, and I know moms hear that all the time, so that's first and foremost. But in the moment, pausing, does wonders. If you can pause for 5 seconds, then you can start to get back to that logical part of your brain. If you can do 30 seconds, even better, because emotions only last for 30 seconds. It's our thoughts that keep them going beyond that. So if you can pause for 5 seconds, you can find your calm, you can respond instead of react in a way that you want to, and you can bring calm to your household.
Yeah, and what role can a partner play in this that we should be thinking about too?
It goes back to that exhaustion and responsibilities, right? If you have a co-parent or a spouse or partner, to have them step in and help. And if you are at the edge where you feel like that volcano thing's coming, that you can reach out and say, hey, I need help. And to be open with your partner about the anger instead of feeling guilty or hiding it or trying to push it down. If we push it down, it's just going to come out even stronger. So have that person supporting you and decreasing that exhaustion.
Yeah, and do you think this is a topic then that needs to be talked about more openly? Is that kind of your goal
Yes.
with, obviously this segment and beyond?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Because when we can get rid of the guilt and change that to awareness that we're feeling angry as moms and why, we can get to the bottom of it and decrease that anger instead of just pushing it down, which is what we do a lot, because we don't want that aggressiveness, right? We want to be that calm, nurturing mom. But if we can talk about it with our friends, talk about it with our partner in society, then we can bring that awareness.
And you have a webinar coming up. Tell me about it.
Yes, so it's called Mom Anger, Tame the Anger and Find the Calm. And we're going to dive deeper into this so moms can reflect on what's going on. They can release some of the guilt. They can release some of the expectations, bring about awareness and make a change.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. And that webinar, How to Tame the Anger and Tap into Your Calm, will be Wednesday, May 28th. We'll have all the information on our website.